Coming at you with a moto vlog on the Honda Ruckus, and it is a bright and hot day, and I got the hanger set up, my fuel gauge working. I think everything, I feel like I'm actually at a good point on the Ruckus. I haven't done any speed test runs or anything like that, but you know, I'm not vibrating to death anymore because of the exhaust, so I'm pretty happy the way everything has turned out so far. Very happy, as a matter of fact. Anyways, I know this is kind of a sore subject for some people who might be watching this, or might... Manholes, my mortal enemy. That might be watching this right now, but it's something that I learned, and I've learned... This is like my 4th time to learn this lesson now. I'm a busy dude with family and YouTube and, you know, the websites and trying to learn photography, and, you know, my son's started doing swimming, and now my other son wants to do martial arts, and, you know, I got lots of family stuff to do, so, you know, I'm very short on time. Well, the point of this conversation is that I took on a project, a difficult project. Okay, there's one thing to pick up a project on something that I already know how to do, or I already had thought through, or something. But when it comes to a project that has to be developed, you know, something from scratch, like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you could do this, this, then this? I'd be like, yeah, that'd be cool. That sounds like a great project. Well, you know, of course, there's some type of payment that's made in an arrangement or whatever, trade or whatever the case may be. And yeah, that's wonderful. But I've learned through the years that I can't pick up extra projects. I picked up that one girl's bike once, and I couldn't finish it because I just didn't have the time to do it, you know? I picked up other projects. I can't even remember them right now, but I know I had other projects where I just couldn't finish them because I just didn't have the time. Well, in this particular case, recently, and which has prompted me to make this video, there was a project for something that hadn't been built before, and there was a lot of dev that went on, a lot of thought. Yes, I didn't have a lot of time, but when I did have time, you know, I was on the breadboard prototyping different ways to get an LED to fade in and out using capacitors and stuff. And for the most part, I failed. I mean, I looked up circuits and all that stuff online to make it work, and I couldn't get it to work. I also couldn't get it to work in the bike to be plug and play without connecting it into, you know, terminals on the battery. I wanted it to be truly plug and play. You plug it in somewhere. You don't have to cut wires or anything like that. I mean, yeah, maybe if you put it on a terminal, it's still technically plug and play, but yeah, I just wanted to be creative with it. Well, I ran out of time. I did spend quite a lot of time working on it whenever I did have time, and the problem is I failed, right? I should have known. I don't know, I just failed. I couldn't finish it, and the interest went away, and then I returned everything, including the payment. And here's where the rub is on that type of situation. So yes, the person didn't get their product, but I did spend a lot of time developing, working, planning it out, researching, and everything else that goes into making it, and I didn't get paid for any of that time. So the idea now is, when it comes to special projects, the answer is I'll work on it when I have time, and I'm making it for myself. If I ever get it developed, then I turn it into a product, you can buy it then. But there is no, hey, this was especially made for you type thing. All right. Oh man, which way should I go? So that's a business decision. That's a business thing that I should learn. I need to get paid for my time whenever I do something, even if it's like a Kickstarter. Like, you know, there's no guarantee that there'll be a product at the end, but you know, there has to be some limit. Anyways, it didn't happen, and I returned everything, and everything's back to normal. But just to keep in mind for the future that things like that aren't going to happen anymore. I know it's kind of a depressing subject, but you know, things got to be talked about sometimes. And technically this is my vlog, and I can talk about everything I want. It doesn't necessarily have to be about ruckuses or whatever, but yeah. So I wonder how my exhaust hanger's hanging out so far. Oh, my engine died. So let's go over here and figure out what it is. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and stop for a moment, and I'll be right back. Never mind, it's my idle. It's too low. I remember turning it to set the idle, and I guess I set the idle too low after the engine got warm, because I really haven't ridden it long enough to warm up the engine enough. My bad. Anyways, I'm gonna turn right here. So what do you guys think? I know that there are other people that own businesses here. Ooh, we can't even turn that sharp. I know there are other people that own businesses here, like Just for Show, Dorby, and all these other people. Like, that's a bad decision. It's not a good decision to do things like that. Or at least, I just want to get other people's opinions. Because your time is still worth money, regardless of if you did or didn't succeed at the project. Anyways, I hope you guys understand. Anyways, also, this weekend is going to be the weekend of building things. This weekend I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to put some time into building and starting the Zuma project. I'm going to start working on the GY6 flywheel testing. I'm going to actually do some semi-extensive pseudo-science type testing on the flywheel. I want to make sure that, you know, people really get a good idea whether it's a good idea or not to do this flywheel. My guess is yes. I mean, if you've ever had a Get motor before and you do a light and flywheel, you get so many advantages out of it, and very little downside to what you do. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe as you watch my little complaint session on there. And anybody who this feels like it's directed to, it is not directed to anyone. I promise you, it is not. It is just me talking about lessons that I've learned, and hopefully that someone can benefit from my mistakes. Anyways, thanks. I'll see everybody in the next video.